Hey, this will be a video chart on ticker symbol CDFT. We will take a look at the daily time frame. I believe this is the first time I've ever done this one. Very nice looking chart here. Had some people wanting me to do it a few days ago, but just wasn't able to get around to it. But here we are now, so I want to get things mapped out, and that way everybody has an understanding of what's going on from the technical perspective. So, not to state the obvious here, but the first thing to really just point out is this stuff right here, and what I'm pointing is just these higher highs, and then on top of that, right there, higher lows. So higher highs, higher lows, that's the name of the game, and that's what CDFT has been accomplishing. So from the overall chart perspective, you can definitely say that it's in an uptrend. And if that wasn't good enough for you, then really all you have to do is look at our moving averages down here. You can see the 10-day, the 20-day, and the 50-day all have nice upward slopes to them, have nice spacing between them. So, just a very nice uptrend right now. With that being said, still work to be done. Still not quite in the clear yet, and I'll explain what I mean by that in a few minutes here, but let's first just map out some levels of support. First level of support, and I'm going to consider this an ideal level, is right around here at 0.015. The reason I call it ideal, because if you were to ask me what would be the best case scenario to see a support level hold, what would be your ideal level, it'd be 0.015. The reason being, if the price were to fall below there, by no means does that mean the chart's toast your history, because you still do have plenty of other supports below you. Like we just talked about, you still have all these moving averages, which each act as a support in and of themselves. So, if 0.015 we're not able to hold, it's not like that's your last support before new lows or anything like that. In terms of another static level of support, the key one being, and I will hold this one as being a must-hold level, and I'll explain what I mean by that, but right here at 0078, this is the must-hold, no excuses level that needs to hold as support if the price were to test it. I'm not saying it will, but let's think about that for a second. Given the price is up here right now, if it were to drop down there should be no excuses on why people wouldn't be wanting to buy, assuming this is a strong move. Now, if this is not a genuinely strong move, then yeah, maybe people wouldn't want any shares down here, but if it is, then there's no reason why they wouldn't want any shares down there. Now, again, I'm not saying it will drop down there, but I'm just trying to put things into perspective that that's the reason this is a must-hold level, the no excuse level. Now, in terms of resistances and what I meant about not quite being out in the clear, we have this yellow line here. This is the 200-day simple moving average. That's valued at 0.028 right now. So that's going to be the key level of resistance. And then really after that, you can make an argument that the chart enters into blue sky breakout territory. I wouldn't argue back. I think that would be a legitimate argument. There is some other previous price data, but if you wanted to, given it happened quite a while ago, I wouldn't argue that 0.028, the 200-day simple moving average up here, would be the gateway into blue sky breakout territory. So that's the kind of public enemy number one in terms of resistances for the chart. But overall, you can see you have a lot more supports than what you do a resistance, so that's always a good thing to have in your corner. Overall, though, chart looking good with these higher lows and higher highs. If there are any other questions on the chart, please let me know. If not, I'd encourage you to check out and sign up for our newsletter up there. When you do that, as you'll see, you'll get a free ebook. And if you enjoyed the video and want to learn more about charting and make an investment into your trading education, I'd encourage you to check out our video course down there, over 8.5 hours of education and teaching. Been getting good third-party reviews, so I'd encourage you to check it out and give it a try. One more time, this was CDFT. Thanks for listening.